Okay, so this video is on emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence to me is being intelligent enough to recognize and acknowledge the emotions that you and others feel, and to use them in a way that is productive and that helps to improve life, I guess, is it in a nutshell for me. If I made the choice to work on applying more emotional intelligence, then I might be saying to myself that I'm not emotionally intelligent, and that's not a hard thing for me to acknowledge, because I see it on a daily with myself that I'm not as good as I wish I was. As a mom, I'm now realizing how very important it is that I become emotionally intelligent. I work with my kids every day. I'm around them every day, and there's always a point every day where it becomes you guys, mom is just so emotionally drained that I can't, go watch a movie and just leave me alone is how it feels. And so these steps of trying to become more emotionally intelligent will not only benefit me, but it'll help my kids too. There's often times where there's a lot of quarreling and fighting and arguing that goes on with my kids. And I think that if I was able to recognize myself, what their emotions are and why, then I can help them to not only settle their disagreements, but also to help them to recognize their own emotions and how they can best control them and to use them the right way, as opposed to in a way that causes other people to have negative emotions. So such as I have one kid that, and as I say this, then I'm trying to change my mind about this opinion. But I do have one kid that ever since he was a little kid, he's 8 now, so ever since he was like 1, then he's always been the instigator of contention between him and his brothers. And then when his sister came along a couple of years after he did, then he's always been her nag. He's just always done it. And so if I could figure out why he acts the way that he acts and has the emotions that he has, which, to a point, I guess I do. He acts an awful lot like me, because after a certain point, then I just get mad and I'm just like, oh, let me just leave you, just leave me alone, you guys, is how it feels. And he often will go back to that and he'll act like mom. And so if I could help him to recognize and to control those and do things the right way, as opposed to getting mad at everyone all the time, then that will not only benefit mine and his relationship, it'll benefit him and the relationships that he has with his siblings, and also into adulthood. It will be a great benefit to him as he moves through school, which actually he's a really good student at school. I hear from his teachers all the time that he is such a blessing that they feel like he's such a blessing in their class. But it'll help him through his work. One day he's going to get a job and he's going to be no longer under mom as being the boss, but he'll have his own boss, that this is actually his job. And then as he goes into higher education and gets teachers that are more strict on him, and then as he moves forward and gets married, then him and his spouse will be able to hopefully be emotionally intelligent as well. And then as he becomes a father himself, then he will hopefully do better than I do. So I'm looking at this assignment, And the idea of emotional intelligence as a great benefit, that if I can do it and implement it and become emotionally intelligent, then it's not going to be a one-time thing. It's not going to be something that, okay, I'm going to do this and that's how it's going to be for now. This is going to be a life change for me and my family, and so it won't only be a benefit to me, it'll be a benefit to my children, and it'll also be a benefit for my husband and I. I'm a woman, and there are times when I become kind of emotional and I don't always understand why, and there are times when my husband will do things and I don't understand why he did it, and so then I'll let my emotions out, and it'll better every area of my life. And so I very much appreciate this opportunity to do this assignment. And so that's what emotional intelligence means to me, and some ways that I plan on trying to implement them into my life. This is just a beginning on becoming emotional intelligence. I plan on moving forward and doing some more searching of not only the web but in myself to learn how to control the emotions better.